You shot that?
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
Get that shit out of here, Jump.
Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy JC and I got a banger for y'all in this video. I'm gonna be showing y'all my new 6'3" slashing demon build, bro. I'm telling you guys, this build is absolutely disgusting. I feel like this build has the potential, I'm not saying it will, but I feel like it has the potential to redefine what 5-out looks like in Comp Pro Am. Now obviously we're gonna get into more of that later, but make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Y'all been going crazy, and make sure you guys stay tuned throughout the whole entire video so you don't miss a thing. I'm gonna be breaking down literally everything about this build, because when I tell y'all, this build is gonna do something crazy every time you step out on the floor. But you know what's even crazier? The fact that the NBA playoffs are coming up and you still haven't gotten any tickets to go to them games. I know you want to go to them games. Your pockets might be running a little thin right now. Don't worry, we got you covered. We've partnered with SeatGeek to give you guys the best ticket purchasing experience. SeatGeek is a ticket purchasing app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They out a 0 to 10 score on each ticket to know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Plus, you guys get $20 off your first ticket purchase with my code WavyJC. Click the link in the description to download the app, and remember, use code WavyJC at checkout. Shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. Alright, now for what you guys came here for, let's get into these attributes right here. Now for the height on this build, your height is going to be 6'3". I went 170 for the weight, and then the wingspan is going to be 6'9". Now the 6'9" wingspan, I'm going to get more into that later, but for the 6'3" height, I wanted to go 6'4", because I'm still able to get Patty at 6'4", but you just lose out on a lot of attribute caps, and that's just something I didn't want to do. So I decided to go 6'3", and then the 6'9" wingspan kind of makes up for, like, you know, some of the height that you're losing out on. So I still want to try this build out in 5-out, and you know, 6'3" is just different, bro. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be something new, something you guys haven't seen before. I'm excited to do it. Finishing, obviously y'all see the title of the video, and like I was saying in the intro, the finishing on this build, the slashing ability is absolutely insane, and that's what's different from this build and my other build. So y'all hang with me, all right? So the close shot is gonna be a 49 close shot. You don't really need close shot as a PG. Driving layup is going to be a 74. Now that 74 driving layup is going to allow you to get that Giant Slayer gold. Obviously, Giant Slayer is going to allow you to make more layups at the rim. Anytime you're getting taken out of dunk animations, it's going to allow you to make a lot more and ones, to be able to just finish through contact, finish over, you know, taller defenders. Now for the driving dunk. The driving dunk is going to be a 94. Now that 94 driving dunk, you guys know Jono's pretty much made it very popular this year, you know, with his 5-out offense. But we're gonna go 94 driving dunk. Gives you posterizer gold. I use silver posterizer, and gold is just so much better. It gives you a way bigger green meter. That's what I've seen so far using this build. Slithery Hall of Fame as well. You get so many of the finishing badges. Obviously, you're gonna have to put your vertical up too. We'll get into the vertical a little bit later, but for now, 94 driving dunk. Standing dunk is going to be a 45. That's really all you need in order to get both the, you know, the standing dunk packages, and that's going to pretty much wrap it up for finishing. Now let's hop into the shooting. I know this is something you guys are going to be real curious about, because you're seeing me have all this finishing on this build and you're wondering if I had to sacrifice a little bit shooting, and you're right, I did have to sacrifice just a little bit. Not nothing crazy, but just a little bit. Now the mid-range is going to be a 77. The 77 mid-range is still going to let you get midi magician silver. You're still going to be able to knock down your mid-ranges when you're wide open. But if you really think about it, at the end of the day, mid-range is not even really what it's going to come down to with this build, because most of the time your shots is either going to be coming from the 3, or you're going to be getting all the way and getting on that cup. It's that simple. Like anytime you have a high driving dunk build, most of the time what you're sacrificing is going to be mid-range, and I was cool with that. I'm not gonna lie, because either way you're going to be efficient, like when you're getting on that rim, and obviously if they're sagging off you, you're going to be able to pull that 3. Those are really the main 2 components of this build when it comes to, you know, the offense. Now next up is going to be your 3-ball. Now the 3-ball is going to be a 92 on this build. That 92 3-ball is going to let you get Deadeye gold, and it's going to let you get limitless range silver. Now I used this 92 3 on like my first 2 builds of the year, and I was always shooting really consistent. Nothing really changed, but what I feel like is going to make the difference on this build is that if you are superstar 3 or starter 3, you're going to be allowed to get that Patty Mills jumper. And imagine running a 5-out offense with 94 driving dunk with Patty. Like that is, if you play play comp prime, you know how important that patty jumper is, and I just feel like it really could be deadly in the right hands. Obviously I haven't played 5-out with this build yet, but when I do want to see, you know, what it looks like. I want to try it out, and I want to see like how deadly that 94 driving dunk in that Patty Mills is going to be. And as you guys can see in these clips too, I mean, bro, this build is shooting just fine. Like, I'm hitting contested threes. Yeah, it is just wreck, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I know my jumper, so it's not really gonna change when it gets to Pro-Am. But hitting contested shots is not a problem at all with this build, especially because you have that 6'9" wingspan. It gives you a little bit more of a boost when it comes to like shooting over people. You get that extra like length on your jumper, if you see what I'm saying. So, and plus you're 6'3" too, that's another thing. But on the court, this build really looks 6'4", 6'5", to be honest, just because of your wingspan. So your wingspan is going to help you out with shooting and hitting contested shots. And one thing I didn't mention too was that your wingspan is also going to help you out with that driving dunk. You're going to be able to get like way more long arm dunk animations and stuff like that. So I've always been a big fan of the longer wingspan point guard builds. That's just me, and I feel like it really works out well with this build. And last but not least, for the shooting, your free throw is going to be 99. Now obviously if you don't play Pro-Am, you're not going to need a 99 free throw. This build is really, once you guys see, you know, the rest of the build, you're going to see this build is going to be good for stage, it's going to be good for park, Freck obviously, and then it's going to definitely be good for Pro-Am. So 99 free throw, I need it. If you don't need it, don't put it on the build. Now let's get into the playmaking. Now for the playmaking on this build, your pass accuracy is going to be at 89. Now that 89 pass accuracy is going to let you get that Tyrese Halliburton passing style. That is by far the best passing style in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Another thing with this build too, because I'm going to end up playing 5-out with it, that 89 pass act is crucial. I got to be able to get the ball to my teammates quick. And as a PG, I mean, why not have pass act? I know a lot of PGs, you know, they decide not to. I don't think you need it as much if you play PNR, but if you're playing any other type of offense, especially 5-out, you want to make sure you have a high pass act. Your ball handle is going to be a 92. The reason I decided to go 92 was, I mean, 93 gives you killer combos gold, but I went to go 92 just to save a couple more attribute points. And I never seen a difference between silver killer combos and gold killer combos. Like, I had it on both my other builds. Like, you know, sometimes your badges would drop on something like that, and I never felt a difference between gold and silver. So I'm not gonna lie, I decided to go with the gold just to save attribute points. Speed with ball is going to be at 85. You're still going to be, you know, moving really quick with the ball, and that's actually different from a lot of other people who play 5-out. You guys know Joe knows, I think he has an 83 speed with ball on his build. I think Chalk, and when he plays 5-out, he has a lower speed with ball than that too. So you're going to be a little bit faster than them boys as well. So now that we've gotten through the offensive side of this build, you guys seen the finishing, you've seen the shooting, you've seen, you know, the playmaking. I feel like this build already is just so much different from all of the other, you know, 5-out builds you might have seen in the past, just because of the fact that I'm able to have that patty jumper. Not only that, I'm a little bit faster than most of these other builds as well, and then match with the 94 driving dunk. It's beautiful, bro. It's a perfect combination of offense, and I'm excited to take this build to the 5v5. I'm not gonna lie. Now for your defense on this build, your interior defense is going to be a 52. Now that's 7 higher than most of my other builds. I always use 45 of my other PG builds, and I've always been able to wall up on guys in the paint, you know, out of, you know, the corners cutting and everything like that. And plus you have that 6'9" wingspan as well. That's why that 6'9" wingspan is crucial. I talked to y'all about how important it is for your shooting to be able to shoot over people. For your driving dunk, it's going to be crucial you get them long arm dunks, but it's also going to help with your defense and walling up in the paint. Now for the perimeter defense on this build, it's going to be a 58. That 58 perimeter is going to allow you to get that off ball pest on bronze. Now I'm not going to lie to y'all, I think it's more about me being like a bigger body with this build than my other builds, but like off ball pest on my other builds doesn't work that great. But with this build, I'm pretty sure it's going to work way better, just because, I mean, I have more length in terms of wingspan. I'm 1 inch taller. It's really going to help you just be more of a dog when it comes to playing defense. It's going to let you hold your own a lot more, you know, on your backdoor cuts and everything like that, so that your swing doesn't have to guard it for you. You can play your own backdoors. Now obviously, if you can't really get that high of a steal, there's no point in putting it on the build. So I didn't put anything on steal. My block though is going to be a 65. Now, bro, 65 block, bro. You're able to get blocks on this build, as you guys can see here, right here. Not only that, this is going to help you get way more contests out on the 3-point line, and it's going to help you get contests in the paint. So if you have like a, you know, a swing cutting on you with 90 something driving dunk, if you're jumping and you know you get a good angle on it, you can stop him from meter dunking you. So I'm telling you guys, guys, this build right here in terms of defense is an absolute dog. And you guys know, I mean, you guys see Joe Knows play. His build is really similar to this in terms of having like that block coming out of that corner and having a little bit of defense in that corner. And that is just going to make your team way better when it comes to defense, because you're not going to have really any holes in your defense. You know, most of the time, better teams are going to try to, you know, pick out, you know, like the smallest player on the court, make him play defense. With this build, you're not going to be a liability on the court at all. Now, obviously, the rebounding is not going to matter. You're a PG, you don't need rebounding. But now let's get into these physicals. So your speed is going to be an 86. Now, that 86 speed is going to let you get speed booster on gold. Obviously, you want to get around your defender, get downhill. You know, you got to be able to run around these locks. They're going to be spamming square on you. You got to be able to get around them. Now, your acceleration is going to be a 73. That 73 excel is going to let you get blow by on silver. Now, this is my first time using blow by on silver this year, so it's something I'm just going to have to continue to try out even more and see how it looks in Pro-Am. And Rec, obviously, it looked fine, but I want to see how it looks in Pro-Am. Joe Knows has it, and as you guys know, I mean, bro, look, he looks fast as hell still. All these other hashes, you know, most of these hashes are still using the 73 excel, and they're still able to move. So I want to try it out with this build, especially in like a 5-out type setting, and see what it's working with. Now, your strength on this build is going to be a 49. Now, that 49 strength, you obviously got to have that in order to get the 94 driving dunk. Your vertical on this build is going to be an 80. Now, bro, 80 vert on this build is absolutely just disgusting. Like the putback dunks, the time you're even able to get rebounds at times on this build just because of your vertical, like matched with the fact that you're able to jump high to get contests and everything like that as well. Like your vert matters in so many different ways that you guys don't understand on this game. Vert matters, and a lot of people don't put it on their build, but with this build, you want that 80 vert. Also, you're going to be able to get posterizer gold with it, and obviously you're going to need that for your 94 driving dunk. Stamina is going to be a 99. I just prefer this on my build. I mean, bro, I'm not trying to get tired throughout the game, you know what I mean? I want to be able to have best amount of stamina in order to, you know, stay strong against these 6-7 lockdown, spamming square, you know, trying to take the ball from you and everything like that. Now, once you finish this build, the build name is going to be called an inside out playmaker. I mean, that's the perfect description of this build. You're going to be inside and out. Pause, but like you're able to get to the rim, you're able to shoot the 3-ball. Perfect description for this build right here. And with that, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this entire build. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about this build, and if you really want me to take this to the comp pro-am scene and see what it's talking about. I'm excited, I'm not gonna lie. I need y'all to drop a like on this video, turn on your post notice, do all that, and let me know if y'all want to see this build in comp pro-am. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Appreciate all y'all's love and support. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.